This video is supported in part by Tommy and the Order of Cosmic Champions. If you enjoy the never-ending story and Masters of the Universe, this new novel coming fall 2022 is right up your alley.
Yeah, since the last time we spoke, I'm making good progress on this LEGO Atari 2600 set that was released just back at the beginning of August. We looked at that adventure cartridge, then we looked at that little brown box to store your cartridges, and since then I've been moving on with the console. Now the console begins on step number 3, and I've had to go through step 3, and 4, and 5, and 6, and 7, and I've made good progress on it so far. What I want to show you in this video though is step 8, the Asteroids cartridge, because when I'm done with the console, I'll give you a look at that in a totally separate video. But because I'm going to cover it up and close it eventually, how about a sneak peek at the inside of the 2600 console? Just kidding, here's a little bit longer look. Okay, go. I'm not going to spend too much time on the console right now. I will be doing a whole video on the design of the console, but this interior is going to be covered up eventually and you won't get to see any of that. And I like how they use odd colors on the interior that you're not going to see later, but it really helps in keeping yourself oriented as you're working on a big model like this. And probably the most impressive thing that I've seen so far is just how they use bricks in a creative way to create odd angles that exist on the real world and on the console, but that wouldn't exist in LEGO. Like the LEGO's kind of all like 90 degree and 45 degree, but look at the sloping angles of this, and oh man, the back. I mean, check this out. I mean, it's just kind of laying there in a way, and it's rigid. It's a really, really good design. I can't wait to finish it and show you all of it, how it works. Again, a comprehensive look at the LEGO Atari console is coming up a little bit later, once that is done. But right now, as I mentioned, I want to focus on step or bag, or however you want to look at it, number 8, which is building the Asteroids cartridge and its companion, Asteroids Scene. If you build this kit sequentially like I am, following the manual page after page after page and not skipping parts, by the time you get to this Asteroids cartridge, you know pretty much what to expect from the cartridge. So that build, again, very straightforward. And then you get into the scene. And in this case, the scene had parts that I wasn't expecting. Lots of clear cylinders and tubes and collections of pink and blue and white and yellow. I wasn't sure how all that was going to come together to represent asteroids, but boy was I pleasantly surprised. Take a look. Here then is my finished Asteroids cartridge and Asteroids Scene, and I thought I was tickled by what Adventure had to deliver, but some creativity really went into the scene here. But let's start by looking at the cartridge. Once again, the cartridge design depends upon these black tiles, and they're totally encompassing the cartridge. There are no studs exposed whatsoever. One little green tile inside to represent the board inside, and all the real decoration is handled with decals. So again, if you're decal averse, maybe find a friend to help you and make sure they get nice and straight and clean. Take your time with them because they're sticky and you only get one shot at it. And as before, I want to compare this to a genuine Atari cartridge and look at all the little details that they did. In fact, I want to zoom in on this one. Just like with the Adventure cartridge, they went to a lot of effort to not just duplicate the artwork that is on the original cartridge here, but to Lego-fy it. And I want you to notice, yes, obviously it has the model number down here. Yes, all of the rocks and the asteroids are Lego blocks, just like we'll see in a minute in that little scene. And they're firing and all that. But the coolest part, I didn't discover this is in the manual, but the asteroid ship, the blaster here, is actually that new redesigned Galaxy Explorer, which, hey, if you're a big LEGO fan, that's an added bonus that it's inside of Asteroids. And I had the original Galaxy Explorer, by the way, so I was geeking out when I found out that's what they did. And once again, a quick size comparison. As I noted before, the LEGO cartridge is just a tiny bit smaller all the way around. A little more narrow, a little more short, all the way around. I mean, by and large, it's a representative, but we learned looking at that little cart storage box that real cartridges just don't fit where these LEGO cartridges are designed to be. And speaking of our cart storage box, I think it's only appropriate now that we have a second one done that we add that right in there for storage. Looks great. And then there is this amazing little beast. Now, I thought this was cool already from the pictures on the box, but the pictures don't do it justice. Once you get your hands on it and you see what they've done here, first and foremost, I love that they have embraced the pastel multicolor asteroids that are featured only in the 2600, not in the original Asteroids. So that's unique here. We get a pink and a blue and an orange. Looks like Easter eggs. Nice and bright, just like the game. And they've again Lego-fied all of the elements just like you saw in the artwork. work. And the best by far, of course, the ship is awesome with the bullets coming out of it, coming along that little lightsaber-y thing, but the exploding rock with the variable chunk size coming off of, I don't know what that initially was, maybe it was a shrub or something, but they really used that well and to great effect to reproduce the scene you would have playing Asteroids and capture the emotion and the fun of the game. Man, good job, LEGO. Dang. I am having a lot of fun putting this together. I particularly like how it's so many individual builds, not one giant thing like a castle or a building or a ship or whatever. It's all these little pieces, the carts and the holder and the console and joystick, all those things. Just great. And as far along as I am with the console, I can tell you, wow, that thing is shaping up to be just a crown jewel of LEGO design. I don't know what else to say. There is still so much more to come in this LEGO Atari 2600 set. You know, we still have the centipede to build. We have the rest of the console, of course, the CX40 joystick that looks so good. I'm really looking forward to building that. Thank you so much. In fact, I should say, I don't say often enough, if you click on these videos that I produce, I am so grateful. It means the world to me to know that there are other nerds out there that dig the same kinds of stuff that I do, and it's super gratifying to have an audience to share it with. Speaking of continuing on the stuff that I dig, be sure you check out this playlist where you can see all the previous videos we've done about this LEGO Atari set, and come back and you can see the future ones that we do as well. Hey, thanks so much for watching. I'll talk to you next time. Bye-bye.